Grand Rising. This is Vince from East London, UK.
I'm Greg from a farm in rural Missouri, between two continents,
Across 4,300 miles,
and a giant pond,
but yet we've managed to find a common ground. This is London Lad.
and the country boy.
Are you in trade,
Are you
Greg?
recording?
Yeah, I've been recording for a while now.
Oh, shoot! This motherfucker.
Oh, there you go! Already! We got a bleeping already, potty mouth!
He just doesn't say anything. It's not like 1, 2, 3.
You kiss the queen with that mouth?
All right, I think I need to wash my mouth out.
Okay,
All right,
no.
so Greg, up to you, sir. Go ahead and give our listeners some premise behind our podcast.
All right, well, Vince came to me with this idea, and I thought he was nutsos that nobody wants to listen to. I don't know what would you say? And what's a good London word for two nutty people?
Two nutters.
Okay, two nutters.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's not too far off of what I would say. Two
Yeah.
nutters. Okay.
Oi,
So
nutter.
nobody wants to listen to two nutters, but maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, I guess, to our listeners. But then Darren got involved and said he wanted to produce it, and so
Okay.
he knows what he's doing. So
Yeah.
we're following your lead, Darren.
Yeah. Is the man with the gift. But anyway, back to the premise
Yeah.
of being a nutter. I used to, back in the day when I was a child, there was this advert on TV for a chocolate called Dime Bar. And there was a very, very famous comedian that actually did the sketch for it. It was the Dime Bar was a little bit nutty and crunchy. And then, this Harry Enfield was the name of the guy, and his character is quite funny. Look him up. He was, he saw this person eating a Dime Bar, and he sort of like walks up to them and goes, "Oi, that bloke say nah." Oi, nah! Like that. So that sticks to mind. But anyway, getting back to the reason for the podcast, Greg.
Okay, well, I'm going to remember that. That bloke's in order.
A nutter.
Yeah. That's
You
what I
got,
said.
you got to say it right. You
That's
said
what I
it in
said. I
a
said it
funny
nutter.
American. No, nutter.
See, you can't understand me because I'm speaking a different language.
Yes, you are. You all speak a bloody different language. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, I forgot where I was.
You were introducing the podcast.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your idea of this podcast, and where did you get this idea, and why did you get this idea? And
I really thought there's a lot of division. There's a lot of division just generally, and I thought it'd be interesting to have two blokes from two.
two nutters.
No, I'm not a nutter. You might be a nutter, but I'm not. But anyway, two blokes from two different parts of life, who've known each other for years, and just talk about blokey stuff and sort of like how we met and just doing different stuff, just to show that there might be differences between us, but we can all have a common ground. And I don't know, two people from two different backgrounds could intermesh and actually be friends and
Right on.
understand each other.
Yep. Well, I don't know if we understand each other, but we try. What I would like to get out of this podcast is I'd like to learn a little more about England and your home country and your travels to America, coming to America to marry your bride, and that transition. One thing that I heard that you could tell me a little bit more about is your spotted dick.
Oh, spotted dick. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I can share more about the spotted dick, and perhaps one day I could even, make it for you to try, to sample. I think you'll love it.
Well, we heard that's why you were late today, is because you had stopped for a little spotted dick.
No, that's not the reason. The real reason is I actually got lost.
Before we get into that, I think you got to tell us what spotted dick is first.
Well, spotted dick, it's like a cake, I guess, with lots of raisins in it, is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the spots is raisins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like a spotted dick. But moving off the case of not talking about something completely different, I actually like to make Scotch eggs. That's my absolute
I've had
favorite.
Scotch eggs.
You've had Scotch eggs, yeah. That's my most favorite thing to make, and I love Scotch eggs.
I like the fish and chips.
The
too.
fish and chips, yeah.
Oh, you said I've not had the real fish and chips.
No, you haven't. You haven't.
We went to that one English pub though Was that not real fish and chips?
I mean, it's not the same as in London, because in London what you get is like real fish and chips. Like the cods are really, really big and massive, and it's drenched in oil, and the fries, as you call them, we call them chips, are mega chunky.
Okay.
And then you pour vinegar and salt on the chips and fish.
Yeah, you lost me at vinegar.
It's really, really tasty. It's really, really tasty, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, I mean, that's something I don't think I've had the pleasure of.
Well, I mean, you're always welcome to. I'm gonna pass on the vinegar, but you're always welcome to make some Scotch eggs. Yeah. I have had those. Those were good.
Yeah.
What's another English cuisine that you miss from being back home?
Yeah, I mean, Indian was, Indian food. Not native Indian, of course. Indian, India. The food, it's obviously you've got India restaurants around here, but it's not quite the same. And I love like my Indian food, and growing up in London, curry and stuff like that. Growing up in London, you're sort of like exposed to a lot of different culture or cultures, and Indian food. Yeah, one of my absolute favorite, and the vindaloo was one of my favorite dish. But don't ever have it. Vindaloo. Vindaloo. Yeah, it's called a vindaloo. Huh?
Not have vindaloo.
Don't have it. It's super spicy, and it's going to be like on that trip we went on.
Yeah, I don't do spicy like you do, and then whine about it for like 4 hours. Oh, that was too spicy.
Yeah, just like that time we went to, where was it? We went
to Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
And you had to have, or was it Memphis?
Yes,
it was
Nashville.
Nashville,
yeah.
Nashville, and the hot chicken. You had to have the hot chicken.
Right.
Going to get the Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, and
then it was, that's so spicy. It's so spicy. It burns.
Yeah, it did burn, and definitely my bum was on fire for a couple of days. So it was nice to try. But we've had some really great times.
Yeah. So, what American cuisine is your favorite now that you've been here? You've been here what, 14 years?
Close to that, but my wife would not say I've been here 14 years. She'll probably say more like 13, 12 years, but yeah, I'll say 14. But anyway, one of my most favorite American dish, which I absolutely adore, would have to be biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy?
That's grown on me, actually. Because the first time I heard biscuit and gravies, I thought, why would anybody put cookies on gravy? That is so strange. And then I saw that the biscuits were, buns. And obviously it was gravy, and then it made more sense, because when they told me about biscuit and gravy, and I thought, that's so odd. Why would somebody eat cookies and gravy? That's crazy. But anyway, yeah,
biscuits and gravy is a good one.
It is.
I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so pork steak, pork beef, chicken.
So have you had a meat pie?
I was just about to say that.
I've had a meat pie, and I had the shepherd's pie, which I don't really know why it was called a shepherd's pie.
That's a great question. I think it's
we had the London food truck here in town, and I tried it, and I had the shepherd's pie there, and it was good.
Did you try the Cornish pasties?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's sort of similar to a meat pie. But it's
What's that called? London's
Calling.
Shout out London Calling.
Yeah, I think
sponsor us.
Little food truck's still toting around. Or they had a spot on the mall. In the mall? Is it on the mall or in the mall?
It's in the mall.
My wife and I had that argument. You say what?
It's in the mall.
In the mall? See, Darren and I both say on the mall.
It's on the mall. You're
okay.
You're
on
crazy.
The mall. But anyway, they had a place on the mall, in the mall, for a while, but I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's shut down.
I don't go there anymore, so.
Yeah. London Calling's good. There's also that gastropub that we went to, right?
Yeah, the gastropub was good.
Yeah, the fish and chips wasn't too bad, really. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was semi-decent when we went there. Yeah, I liked it.
So anyway, that's probably enough food talk. We're going to make everybody hungry and snacking, but
once again, London Calling. Your food is delicious.
Yeah, they had that. They used to have that little double-decker bus.
That was the best, because I think I've been there a couple of times.
And you could go eat on the upper deck of the bus.
Yeah.
My daughter was a One Direction fan, and a Harry Styles fan still. And she would go to that food truck just because she liked the flag so much.
Uh-huh.
Is it pasties or pasties?
Pasties, mate.
Oh, the pasties are like those little fruit-filled thing. It's like a pie, isn't it? Or am I completely way off?
Right? And isn't it kind
It's
of
kinda
like
fried.
a fried
It's kind of like a
burrito?
little Debbie's
I mean,
fruit pie.
it's very similar to the meat pie, but I don't know.
But it's not meat. It's
Yeah.
well, I guess you can get it with meat, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. I mean,
Okay,
the pasty.
maybe
Just be careful where you get the meat pie, because I watched Barber of Seville where they get their meat pies.
I don't understand that reference. You're gonna have to enlighten me.
What is his name?
I don't know. You lost me.
Johnny Depp movie. It's the Barber of Seville. Demon Barber of Seville. Sweeney Todd.
Oh, Sweeney Todd
Sweeney Todd. That was
with Johnny Depp.
Johnny
Todd,
Depp.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Helen Bonham Carter.
yeah, that's
Mr.
no
Todd,
movie.
sir. Please, Mr. Todd.
What was it? Something green is people.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green. There you go.
Soylent Green is people.
Soylent Green is people.
Soylent Green is people.
We're not-
It's people.
We're not going to get onto that conspiracy theory. Have you ever seen Soylent Green?
No, I've never seen that movie. Is it a good movie?
It's
Yeah, what, mid-60s?
Yeah, it's
Charlton Heston?
It's a classic. Charlton Heston.
Yeah, the guy's dead now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape.
I don't understand the reference, but I'm sure it's funny. Yeah. So,
I'm sure it's hilarious.
Us, it's hilarious.
yeah.
Also, he had two different movies. He had Soylent Green, and then Damn Dirty Ape is Planet of the Apes. So,
Oh, Planet of the Apes. I saw
Yeah.
him in
You
that.
can't say Charlton Heston without that line.
yeah.
Well,
That's
but I think Ben-Hur was my favorite movie I was ever in. I remember Ben-Hur.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He was good in that movie.
yeah. I like that movie. That was a good movie.
Charlton Heston is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Nor is Chuck.
Ugh.
What did you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's. If I thought anybody could beat death, thought it'd be Chuck.
Yeah,
Now
definitely.
we're all screwed.
Yeah.
Like Billy said, he just took over for death. He didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember growing up. Chuck Norris was one of my, martial art
Oh, yeah.
idols. Yeah, I love Chuck Norris.
Well, I was a huge Chuck Norris fan and got me into martial arts as a kid. And
oh yeah, you did martial arts.
Yeah, I did
You
taekwondo as a
you
kid.
never told me
I
about
never
that.
told you I was in taekwondo.
No, you never. That's one of the many experiences you never told me about. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
no, I did. I started. I went to my mom, and my mom had a beauty shop. She cut hair for 45 years.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and so I went to her, and I said, I really want to take martial arts, and she's like, well, I don't know where we do that. There's nowhere to do that in our little. I mean, I live 10 miles from the nearest town, so as it goes. A few weeks went by, and then my mom comes to me and says, so I was talking to one of my customers, and he said he'd be interested in teaching you taekwondo. And so I was like, yes. Went up and had the first class with him, and it was just he and I. And well, actually, I think my brothers got wind of it before that first class, and they went. So it was the three of us with him. And before long, I think before long we had like 20 students in the class with us, and he was teaching us, and he ended up getting his black belt because he was still a brown belt, and so he was teaching us and going to class here in Springfield and got his black belt. And then so that would have been, I think, 7th grade that I started. And then the summer I graduated, I got my black belt and haven't worked out since, and I probably couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag now.
I was just about to ask you, can you do the spin bird kicks?
I mean, I could, but I'd probably break a hip. I've got
No
one
doubt.
good kick left in me.
Yeah,
I'm saving it.
right.
All you need is one.
one good kick. Yeah, for that special moment.
But yeah, between Chuck and the Karate Kid, Jean-Claude Van Damme,
Yeah, Jean-Claude.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't he like live in Russia or somewhere?
I don't know where he
think
lives,
he's-
but he was a bit
He's an odd
strange. Yeah, strange. I still like him.
guy.
though,
He had
'cause-
great movies.
Yeah, he did, because he never used to say much. It's
The
just
thing
his
I liked
action.
about Seagal was that he didn't lose a fight. Most movies, you like Rambo or like Rocky. You know, he takes a beating and then he comes back. Well, Seagal never does that. He just beats the crap out of everybody and just like doesn't lose at all.
Yeah, because he's invincible. He's the greatest martial artist ever, right? So, yeah, I can see that. But going back to the earlier question, that's sort of the premise of the podcast. I think it is unique, the way we've put this together. And I think that as time goes on, we're going to find topics to discuss and, great stuff. Because I thought with the previous episode, we did so good. It was just like natural, everything flowed, and yeah, I actually enjoyed listening to it myself. So I laughing at myself being a little bit silly, but yeah, it was
it made me laugh. I don't know if it did anybody else.
Oh no, I was laughing all the way through. I mean, I was thinking to myself, wow, I actually thought this was funny, and it was fun times because all of it was natural, just like with this one, no scripts, so I enjoy that. Yeah.
Well, there was one script.
Oh well, which you put at the very end, right?
Gemini script.
I didn't think.
I didn't even get through it. You couldn't even get your line out.
I mean, you know what? If I was put on the spot, what can I say? And I just don't do well.
It was your spot.
Yeah, and I didn't really think Darren was actually going to include that in the content, but yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was going to make the cut or not, but it was too funny to.
I like the special effects. That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah. I tried to make my own special effects, but you had to add your own.
Shout out to you, sir. You did a great job putting it together. We appreciate you. So growing up in London as a child, East London, obviously, it was interesting. It was tough, not easy. One of the things I remember fondly about growing up in London is my best friend next door, Justin. Who's now, believe it or not, in America.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so, but anyway, growing up, we used to get to all sorts of mischiefs, and, we would, not be truthful about where we're going and what we're doing, and, yeah, we got up to no good, so, and got into a lot of trouble, so those were fun times. It's kind of like the dynamics you and Darren have, but,
we never got in trouble.
We didn't.
You didn't get in trouble?
Darren got in trouble.
I got in trouble.
Darren got in trouble.
Greg
okay.
never
Darren got in
trouble.
a lot of trouble.
He did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
He was a problem child.
I didn't know how to shut up.
Oh, I see. Okay. So,
My all-time favorite was when you got kicked out of band. We're all sitting there in class, and the teacher just walks in and goes, "You're out!" And we're all just like staring at Darren going, "Oh, wow, he just got kicked out."
oh, dang.
That was a good time.
I mean, in my defense, I deserved it. So, I was a giant jackass that day.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah, I agree. You couldn't.
You must have.
I was sitting there going, Darren, just stop. Just
shut up, man.
Just don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm curious as to know what it is that you actually said to have.
Who knows? But I'm sure it wasn't. It was.
It was marching practice, and I had just had it.
Okay.
I had had all I could take in marching practice, and I had given her garbage, and given her crap, and given her crap, and she wasn't a good teacher anyway.
Okay.
And was it her first year, second year?
I don't know.
She hadn't been there. She hadn't been a teacher for very long. I want to say it was her first year at our school, but I think she taught somewhere else. And yeah, I just wouldn't shut up all day.
You made her job way harder than it needed to be.
And yet I still came back at basketball pep band and played the drum and tuba and whatever else I could pick up, and she would just look at me and just shake her head.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a story at secondary school. We used to have a teacher, Mr. Prasad was his name, and he was like one of our maths teachers, and we just used to like rub him the wrong way. And all I can remember him, doing every single, because like he never really taught us anything much in maths when we're supposed to be learning, but we'll wind him up, crank him up, and then all I can remember him saying is like, in almost every single lesson, it'll be like, back up, you're going to referral, like that, because he used to rub it the wrong way, and then he'll write his slip. But yeah, those were fun times. Well, poor Mr. Prasad. He was a nice guy. He didn't deserve it, but yeah.
What is going to referral mean?
Referral is like what would you,
it's like
detention.
Getting written up.
Yeah, detention. Yeah, detention. Yeah. Like because you're being disruptive to the class, so you're
it's going
out
on your permanent record, Vince.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I never had anything like that. I was too smart for that.
We didn't have detention. I just sat out in the hallway a lot.
I don't know. Yeah,
a chair.
Yeah. I remember you'd have to sit out in the hallway.
Yeah, for the rest of the class.
I never did anything wrong because, one, my mom was a beautician, and I knew anything I did would get back to her before I even got home. So I just didn't do it. I was the quiet kid and kept to myself. And
my dad was the cop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
dang.
was the cop.
He was.
The law.
Was he the local Bobby?
Yeah. Yes.
The local.
Without the whistle.
The local Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a reference to a police officer or copper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't carry guns over there, right?
No, they don't.
Just
They don't.
mini
And that's one of the things that scares me, man. Seeing a cop with a gun in this country, you don't know what someone's truly going through. So, if I've never had it happen to me, but if I'm ever stopped, it's like, yeah, hello, officer. Yeah, very well. Just be as polite as possible. Because like, again, like the fact that, you see law enforcement just willingly carry weapons is not something I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me feel very, very uncomfortable when I see law enforcement because it's like, again, you don't know what someone's going through. They might be having a bad day and I don't know. Yeah. Just try and be as polite as possible.
That's a bad day.
Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. And also, I mean, the first time I actually shot a gun was actually being here.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that
we did.
last
we
time.
Did.
Yeah.
We did. I'd never shot a gun before in my life. Yeah.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I've only shot 2 in my entire life. I just have no use for them. But and it was in both times in college. Joplin had a class, I think it was just college freshman orientation, and you would go over to the police academy because they had the police academy next door. And part of orientation was you'd go over to the police academy, and if you wanted, you could shoot a gun.
Oh, wow.
And I shot it, and I went, I'm good, I'm out. Got an A for the day.
Uh-huh.
And I shot a shotgun one time. I'd forgotten all about that back in, I don't know, high school. Somebody's house. He went out in the, let's go shoot this thing.
So I'm surprised you've never actually, been on a gun range with Greg. And
No.
Not your cup of tea.
Not a gun person.
Yeah. I don't blame you. But
I own one. It's in Oklahoma in a safe, but
if I ever want,
It's not going to do you any good if
it's going to do me
Oklahoma.
no good at my house.
if I ever own a gun, I want same as 007.
Don't
Is it a
break into my
Welter
house. I gotta go to
PP7?
Oklahoma first.
Hold on.
But yeah, if I ever owned a gun, I want is it a Welter PP7, same as Bond, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the gun I'll own. It's like just.
Mine is
discreet.
a Dirty Harry 47.
Oh, that big off.
The big thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's. Yeah.
Never shot it. Looked at it and went, yeah, it's mine. When Dad dies, I'll get it. But then I'll have to get my own gun safe to put it in.
Yeah. Interesting, but yeah. So, from London to Doncaster, and then finally to America was an interesting journey, I'd say. Because I remember just thinking to myself that I'd like to go to America, and then, yeah, my wonderful wife came into my life, luckily, and we started courting, for a few years.
I'm sorry, you what?
Courting.
Courting?
That's
Courting.
courting.
Never mind. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well,
and
country folk use that.
Ah.
They's a coating.
so
Okay, my bad. Continue.
So thank you. So we got to know each other, and I remember fondly before finally moving over to America, I took her to Paris, which was very lovely. And then when I came over to America, she took me to Branson. So it was a fair exchange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I've been to Paris Springs.
oh, okay. Is that in Arkansas?
No, it's just down the road.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Paris, Texas. They also have an Eiffel Tower with a big red cowboy hat on top.
Yes, I've seen the pictures of that. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So I took her to Paris. She took me to Branson. And yeah, we got to know each other. And
But did you see a country western show?
You what?
Did you see a country western show in Branson?
What's the one with the
Did you see the Bald Knobbers?
yeah, bowl numbers?
There you go.
Seen that once. And what's very funny is, like, before the show starts, Americans are very patriotic, and you have to get up and to the national anthem. I remember one of the shows we went to see, I sat down and Jan got some. I said, "Why did you stand up?" I said, I'm not an American, you know.
So you don't have to stand up and sing "God Save the Queen." And...
No, not if you're gonna go and see a show or anything like that. That's not very common. But I mean, that's the first time I'd ever experienced like something
in
like
school,
that. So
you didn't get up and say any kind of pledge.
No. You guys did?
Oh yeah, every morning we'd stand up, say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh wow.
They would do it over the loudspeaker,
Yeah, interesting.
and we all had to stand up.
We didn't used to do all that stuff. We used to have like assemblies,
Yeah.
and then you would sing songs like "He's got the whole world in his," that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But nothing, that would say that you have to like recite the national anthem and nothing like that.
Yeah, all sporting events, you play the national anthem before it starts, and
And a prayer.
and a prayer.
Yeah.
It's just the way we do it.
Yeah, it's very patriotic, and I it's interesting, and I like it. I think it's right, right thing to do in schools. But yeah, growing up in London, there was I got to mix with a lot of different cultures, as well. Is one of the things I wanted to add to the mix, which. When I came to Missouri, it was a culture shock because I didn't see those faces. It's like, well, okay, right. This is new. This is
Isn't
new.
Springfield like the 11th whitest city in the nation or something?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. You're probably right. But yeah, it's been interesting, and learning stuff, and just like. The whole experience, I'd say, obviously living in America, it's been an actual ride. It's been fun because there's never a dull moment in America, and there's so many different states to go to, so many different sites and stuff. Like, to travel the whole of America in comparison to the UK in terms of time, the UK probably will take a day or so, whereas in America, how long would it take you to cover?
Oh.
If you're traveling,
I've not. Well, you've covered more of America than I have.
I would drive from here to Seattle, and it would take me 32 hours.
Wow.
And if I went,
that's just halfway across the country. So.
Yeah.
I know from here to California, it's 24 hours.
It's not non-stop.
Non-stop.
That's nonstop. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't do it nonstop because that's dumb. But
That's dumb and dangerous, right? Yeah.
I've done it, and it was dumb.
That's what Red Bull's for.
Yeah. Sleeping under the overpass or the Walmart parking
Liquid
lot.
Death, isn't that the new drink?
So
No,
what caused you?
That was just water.
What caused you to do that, Darren? If you don't mind me asking.
I lived up in Seattle for on and off for 10 years, and
Okay.
didn't like flying, so I would just drive.
So you don't like flying?
I don't like airports. I don't like all the people. I don't like the fact that I am 6'4" and sit in a 5'8" chair.
Oh yeah.
I have to
Uncomfortable.
say I don't like flying. I don't like the airports. I don't like the security. I don't like the airplanes sitting with your knees jabbed up against the seat in front of you and somebody leaning back into your space and coughing and hacking and then the whole plane crashing and you die and everything, I don't like the entire process. I've flown a lot, but I just...
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, the thing that gets me mostly is like the takeoff. I hate that because my heart literally sinks when the plane's
actually, the takeoff doesn't bother me and the landing doesn't bother me, but the flying part, I'm counting the minutes until we're landing.
Right. I mean, the beauty about because when I came over, it was a long flight. So the beauty about those long flights is that, one, you get like free beverages, whatever you want, so you can get...
Yeah, and they're getting to where they don't hardly do that anymore.
Oh, really? Okay. But anyway, like flying over, I just remember watching different movies, and that really helped with a lot of my anxiety because it's like coming to a new country, and I was thinking, Vince, you've got big, to do that, And I sort of felt a little bit like Eddie Murphy in Coming to America, at that time. So that was interesting. And I remember, just finally landing in America. And it's like, wow, everything's so much bigger. Look at the size of your vehicles. I've never seen trucks so big. And it's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to #live my American dream. So,
yeah, when I first started flying, I thought, I'll watch movies on my phone or whatever and pass the time. But then I find myself just like counting the minutes as I'm watching the movies. It didn't help my anxiety.
Oh, right, yeah.
And ironically, I enjoy looking out the window and trying to see things that I recognize. I look for landmarks and stuff. And as we're coming into land, I look for stuff around here that I recognize. And so it's not really the height stuff that bothers me, because it's kind of like looking at Google Earth to me. You just zoom out a little bit and you can still look at all the stuff. The whole process, I don't enjoy flying. But I'm getting to where I don't enjoy driving for 3 days either.
Talking about driving, I had quite an ordeal actually making it to your neck of the woods, actually, to be honest with you.
I was going to ask about that.
Let's not talk too much about it. I felt a little bit like 007 in my personalised number plate driving down on the country roads. The only downside is I sort of missed my turn. And
007 going the wrong way?
Yes, 007 going the wrong way. Yes, that's how I felt today. I definitely didn't have the license to thrill, so I wasn't thrilling anybody apart from myself.
I mean, you've only been here. How many times have you been here?
Oh, only twice. No. Yeah, but I appreciate you, helping me navigate and get to my final destination. And Darren gave me a brilliant idea, which is to pin the location into my phone satellite navigation. So that's a good call. I'll do that. And that way I could never not find this place. And I think that, if I do come here like a few more times, I'll recognize a landmark, and it's like, yeah, it won't be that much of a big deal anymore. But yeah.
Okay, well, we're not helping you the next time.
Just make sure you don't send me an address where Google sends me to the wrong part of town. I'm thinking,
if you would just use an iPhone like everybody else.
I do not like iPhones. If you have an iPhone, you sold out to the dark side. That's all. I'm an Android person through and through. I think I'm the only person in the family that does not have an iPhone. So everybody sort of like don't like communicating with me because Apple purposely make it very difficult for non-Apple interfaces to communicate, and so nobody sends me text, and I feel like a lone wolf in the family. So
maybe you should just give in to the dark side.
No, never gonna happen. We will not switch over to the dark side. We'll stay loyal to the Android. And in fact, with Samsung phones, they have better technology and a lot more advanced, but yet Apple somehow manages to charge you more money for an iPhone. But that's just clever marketing, I guess. But anyway, enough about phones and nonsense. Don't send me down this rabbit hole.
All right, well, we won't let you drive us anywhere because we'll get lost.
What are you talking about? I mean, like I said, like 007. Have you seen my license plate? Hey, that was not my fault. That was your fault,
Well, if you'd have
Greg.
taken the motorway, it's a lot easier.
I dislike the motorway. I'm not going to do that. I like the country roads, a lot more scenic. Yeah, you know.
It's all right. I don't hate it. I kind of prefer the scenic route myself.
Right. Yeah.
At some point in the last year, I said that I have gotten older and I will no longer take the highway and I will no longer make left turns.
No left turns.
Well, to a point. It's got to have a stoplight.
I think you have to make left turns, or you're like, what was the Ben Stiller movie where he only could turn right, where he was the model?
Oh, Zoolander.
Zoolander. He could only make right turns.
Yeah. Zoolander. I remember that film.
Darren and I usually communicate in movies.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell, but you know, your banter is cool because like it's like speaking. What's that language called that they people speak that is like a version of English, like, and it goes something along the line like badagay, gay, but you know, pigeon.
So you're talking
pigeon,
pig Latin.
Oh,
Pig, that's it.
Pig
Yeah.
Latin.
Yeah, and
It's ve.
I don't know what I don't know what that means.
About.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
the point I'm trying to make is when you and Darren are communicating in the movies. No, but listen, when you and Darren are communicating in the movies, I feel as if you're speaking that sometimes. But it's cool though to have that, dynamic. So, but anyway, Pig Latin, it was what I was referring to. But yeah, thank you for reminding me.
I'm rusty on my Pig Latin.
Not Pigeon English. I've never actually learnt it. And when my wife and her sister would say it, it used to annoy me because I didn't know what they were talking about, and I felt left out like a 5-year-old. Don't know how to communicate. Mm-hmm. They'll be just like looking at me, laughing at me, thinking, "Oh, he doesn't know what we're saying." But yeah, it's all fun. Do you guys both know Pig Latin then, or whatever?
It takes me a while.
Yeah, you have to think because you take the first. Right, you take the
first letter off.
First letter off and put it at the end,
right,
and add a.
Right.
Okay.
So reggae.
Yeah,
Erende. Insve.
Ah, okay.
Otway, Uye, Inkte.
See, and I'm already lost.
What
I've
do you
lost
think?
it. I'm like,
rusty on my Pig Latin.
Yeah. Me too.
Seems like I'm actually quite impressed. I don't think this is something you know how to communicate, Greg.
Yeah.
So how did you learn it?
I don't know. It's just one of those
Kids
things
games.
we were taught in school, right?
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's a kid's game.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know the name game? The name game song?
No, enlighten me.
What is it?
Vince,
Vince.
Bo Vince, Banana Fana,
Yes. I've seen that on a lot of American movies, but I didn't know that was what it meant.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a whole song. Don't say Chuck.
Why?
Because it's Chuck, Bo Buck, Banana Fana Fo, and then we get in trouble.
Oh.
And then your wives yell at me for allowing that in the podcast.
Oh, okay. But I think as ODBs, we've already said some stuff that we're not supposed to say, right?
Apologize.
I'm sure Darren's going to cut that out, right, Darren?
Yeah. I'll cut it out. It'll be all right.
Chief editor. We'll take care of that.
So, did you watch the SNL UK that
Was there
started
an
this week?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw something about that, but I didn't really.
Yeah, it started this week. So that'll be our homework. Watch SNL UK, and then we can
talk about it in
discuss
comparison.
the difference.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Tina Fey hosted the first one.
Hosted the first one?
Yeah.
So that only just recently kicked off.
Yeah, first episode was yesterday.
Oh wow.
What's his name? Graham Norton.
Oh, Graham Norton.
He popped up in the. I watched the monologue. That's as far as I've gotten.
Okay.
I didn't have a chance to sit down and watch the rest of it yet.
So which other famous British comedians are on there?
Don't know. Like I said, monologue. That's all I've seen.
It will be interesting to see because there is a big difference in English humor.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there is.
You had, of course, Monty Python.
Yeah, that is an absolute classic.
Absolute classic. Benny Hill.
I would say one of my most favourite series of films were the Carry-Ons. You guys should really watch that.
Carry-ons?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
There's
Yeah,
like Carry
I've never
On
heard of it.
Columbus, Carry On, just all sorts of like daft titles, and they were like super funny. And these were like the old school comedians all featured in it, and up until now, it's still funny. Till this day, like it's hilarious. So I think you should watch. Carry On. You just type into any streaming channel, Carry On.
Carry On.
Yeah.
All right.
Movies, and then watch it, and then you can perhaps tell me what you think about the Carry On movies as well as the SNL homework. Our master producer told us to look into.
And I'll watch a Carry On.
Yeah, watch a Carry On movie, and we can talk
You
about it.
told me about those before.
Yes,
We had a conversation about it, and then I completely forgot about them. So I need to watch them. You said there's like 25 of them,
There's a lot.
but they're not connected. It's not like
No. They're
all
it's the
separate.
same characters that play different people. Like a lot of them are like comedians that are now passed, but these are like older movies. But it's super fun to watch, and funny.
before we go. You had talked about telling a Herbert story.
What's the Herbert story?
I don't know if anybody wants to hear a Herbert story, but
What's the Herbert story?
So,
Carl? You have to say
growing
that.
growing up, there was an old man that lived just down the road from us, and he didn't have any kids. And just him and his wife lived there, and so he would call and have me and my brother come down and help him with stuff. So he'd always find work for us, but he really just wanted us to come down and visit with him. And he was just kind of this crass old man. He cussed a lot, and I mean, he talked like this, and I don't know why, but that's the way he talked.
Okay.
And so he would call and ask us to bring him something, and so my brother and I would ride our bicycle down, and you remember the old athletic gear, Spalding. Did you have Spalding in the UK?
Yes, we had basketballs.
Yeah,
made by Spalding.
Spalding was big at the time, and my brother had a T-shirt that said Spalding across it.
Okay.
And so my brother and I think we walked. It was probably, I don't know, a quarter of a mile or something. We walked down there, and we walk up, and he's sitting there in the yard, and he looks at my brother and goes, "Spadling? What the hell is a spadling?"
Sorry, man.
So that's
the Herbert story.
one of many.
Okay,
many,
well, tell us another
many
Herbert story.
stories.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice old man.
Yeah, he was great. I miss visiting with him, but he walked with two canes.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know. Dad and I were talking about that recently. I don't know how old he really was. I don't know how old he was when he died, but he walked with two canes for as long as I remember him.
Oh, really?
And,
So that's more than 30 years, right?
they didn't have kids, so he would say, "I can hire him cheaper than I can raise him."
So did you ever go work with old man Herbert?
No, I would see him run around or walk around town, but I never went down there.
You never shut your mouth off to
so
him?
he
No,
told me,
pretty sure I never spoke to
one
him.
of the many Herbert stories he told me about the time when he bought his first car. And he took the horse wagon to town, which was 10 miles.
They used to have horses and wagons when
Oh,
he
yeah.
was... Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he had a horse and wagon, but I mean, I was like 10 and he was probably like in his 80s.
Oh, wow.
But,
Wow.
he was telling me about how he, I took the horse into town and I got the car and I drove the car a half a mile and I walked back and got the horse and drove it a half a mile and I walked back and I got the car and I did that all the way home. So that's anytime, somebody car breaks down or something, can't be picked up, do the Herbert and move in half a mile increments until you get home.
It would have been faster to just walk the horse beside the car, wouldn't it? I mean, as long as you don't pull a National Lampoon, you'll be fine.
Yeah. It sounds like you had quite some fun times with old Herbert.
My favorite was I'm like I said, I'm like 10, and we're sitting there, visiting, and he's like, "Have you ever dug a grave?" I'm like, "No, Herbert, I've never dug a grave." "What? You haven't lived until you dug a grave?" And so what he's talking about was back in his day. Somebody died. All the neighbors got together and dug the grave for whoever. That died.
Was it like during the war, kind of like thing, right?
Yeah. And so and he was bragging to me about and we'd get together with the neighbors and dig a grave, and they couldn't believe it because I could dig left-handed and I could dig right-handed, so I would jump down in the hole and I would dig either direction, and nobody else could believe it.
Man.
So you haven't lived until you've dug.
Okay, well, I don't plan on digging a grave.
Me neither.
Yeah, no, not my cup of tea,
That's what
mate.
backhoes are for.
Yeah, that not my cup of tea. Yeah, that sounds like old Herbie's a tough geezer.
Yeah, he was a tough geezer.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard the grave one.
You haven't heard the grave story?
That's a new one.
Yeah. No, Herbert, I've never dug a grave. I'm like 10.
Is that what you said to him?
I was more just like, "No, sir."
Old Herbie. Oh, Lord. So when did he pass?
I was still in grade school when he passed. I remember when he died, and
So did you dig his grave?
Yeah. My parents didn't let me go to the funeral because they didn't think at the time that I was really old enough to go to the funeral. But
Okay. But you knew he was dead, right?
Yeah, I knew he had died.
And how did that make you feel?
Oh yeah, I was sad because I enjoyed going down hearing these stories. I mean, they were always a riot. I mean, at that time they'd have chain gang prisoners work on the
Oh, really?
on the roads, and they had a prisoner escape, and somebody asked Herbert if he was worried about him coming to his house because it wasn't that far from where he lived, and well, if they do, I will tell them that my daughter has the keys to the car and she lives in Kansas City. He didn't have a daughter, and I don't know why she would have the keys in Kansas City.
Yeah.
He had it all planned out.
Yeah. Sounds like he was a fun guy.
He was a fun guy.
Old Herbie.
I can save some Herbert stories for the next time. I have a ton of them, but they were fun.
I mean, those definitely made me laugh. So well done, Greg. And I'm gonna hate the sounding of my laughter because it's a little bit
contagious, Vince. Your laughter.
I've been told that.
You've got the kind of laughter that is contagious.
I've been told that, but I've been told that. I kind of figured that, but it's just funny.
Right.
Everyone laugh how deep it is, but
my dad has that kind of laugh, and I can remember in grade school kids be like, "Can we go watch this movie with your dad? Because I just love hearing him laugh."
Well, thanks for sharing that little anecdote. That was fun. And Darren, thank you for bringing that up so we could hear some funny old Herbie stories.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Good old Herbert. Well, so we're gonna wind this down and.
All right, let's sign off with our favorite signing off statements. All right, laters.
Hasta luego.
Once again, that's the wrong country.
Oh, whoops.
London Lad and the Country Boy is produced by Vince Foyewa and Greg Nindrup. Executive produced and edited by Darren Miller. Music provided by Pond 5. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate and review. Your support helps us grow. Thanks for listening, and be sure to come back for future episodes of London Lad and the Country Boy.